Hi everyone, I'm Beth in Texas. You know me from my crochet videos, and I've been teaching Tunisian crochet in my last few tutorials. Well, I want to talk about Tunisian crochet specifically in terminology. In regular crochet, we have standardization for terms, and then there's the US terms and the European terms. So, and of course other countries, some of them have their own terms because of their language differences and things like that. But American versus European terminology are a little different, but they are all standard. And Tunisian crochet, there are different publishers, and the different publishers use different terms for the same stitches, and sometimes they'll use the same terms for different stitches. So if you come across my video and you say, well, I learned that to be an indifferent stitch name, and I don't have it listed as an alternative name for that stitch under my video, let me know, and I will add it to the description and to the keywords list at the end of the video, below the video, so when people search for how to do that stitch, that's what they'll find. For example, this book here I've been using as a guide, Complete Guide to Needlework from Reader's Digest. What is known as the Tunisian Simple Stitch, or TSS, and Reader's Digest Complete Guide to Needlework is called Basic Tunisian, or the knit stitch. And so when I said that it was called, also known as a knit stitch, well, the people over at All Free Crochet sent me back and said, oh, I think a different stitch is called the knit stitch. So I looked it up, and in here, in my Reader's Digest, it says it's knit stitch. And then the next stitch in the book is the Tunisian stockinette, which I showed you on one of my videos. And other places have it published as the Tunisian knit stitch instead of stockinette. So what I'm saying is, when you get a pattern, when you get a book, make sure you understand what their terms are talking about. If they don't have how to make the stitches somewhere in the book or on the publication or on the pattern, look at the picture and see what stitch it was. If you see that it's obviously not the Tunisian simple stitch and that's what they called it, then look over the pattern and see what they do to make that stitch. I know it's hard for me to teach the stitches without having a standardization, and it's also hard for designers to write patterns using the stitches without having those standards. Now, I belong to several different groups for Tunisian crochet. There's some on Yahoo, there's a group on Ravelry that I belong to, and on Ravelry we are discussing standardizing the stitch terminology. Here in the United States, we have the Crochet Guild of America, and then there's another organization, I think American School of Needlework or something like that. They have standardized crochet terms, but they did not standardize the Tunisian stitch terms. And so now we have this big gap in different terms. Even the stitch technique itself, it's called Tunisian crochet, it's called Afghan crochet, it's called railroad crochet, it's called camel crochet. So I'm just sending out this word of warning. The terms may be different, the stitches are the same. So I'm going to go and I'm going to make some videos on how to do other Tunisian stitches, with whatever they're called, and if you find a different term for the same stitch, let me know and I'll gladly add it to the list. I want to say I did order a book called the Tunisian Encyclopedia, and it's by Arnie Grabowsi, and I found it on Etsy. I couldn't find it anywhere else for sale, and I ordered it, so it should be here soon. So I really look, if you look at Google Books, they have the first few pages of her book on there. It's fascinating reading about the history of Tunisian. It likely didn't even originate in the country of Tunis, or Tunis. And so anyway, I think I hear my son's bus, so I'm going to go, and happy crocheting.